Well, greetings, guys, and welcome to Let's Play the Layton Brothers Mystery Room.
Great music, Addy.
It's amazing! A nice bit of jazz. I'm here with the lovely Clariepose, and we're hoping that we'll have a spot of puzzling for us to solve today. So let's get started. Shall we play the game?
I think so.
Okay, the game will go for playthrough number 1. Yes, and I would like indeed to play the one that I selected. File number 000, Freshly Baker. Requested the Commissioner. Difficulty, star. Yes, I'll start this case. I love the music, it's great.
The music is great, isn't it?
Oh, drama. 4 years on, and it still smarts. The heavens opened that night, and the rain, something, that fateful night when I lost my way. Then he What?
Yes.
This is a bit dramatic for a puzzle game.
It's Layton, isn't it?
That's true, Layton has a dark side. Detective Constable Baker, are you paying attention? Oh crap, were you supposed to have noticed things in that picture? Because I didn't notice much.
We weren't paying attention.
We weren't paying attention.
Fail already.
Do you want to be the girl?
Sorry, Deputy Commissioner.
Is that a boy or a girl that I'm speaking to?
She's got a giant moustache.
That's true, but a girl's haircut. Shall I do it?
I think you should do that one.
Okay.
I were miles away. It's such a nice day out there, I couldn't help gazing out the window.
Hang on, if it's I were miles away, surely that's like West Country.
Okay.
What?
I were miles away.
Where are you?
It's such a nice day out there,
Oh.
I couldn't help gazing out the window. All this sunshine must be a good omen on my first day, don't you think?
It makes no difference to anything. Well, maybe if you'd seen a lucky red bat. Anyway, look, don't forget you've been assigned what can only be described as back orifice.
I don't think that's back orifice.
Fair enough. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if it's closed down tomorrow, quite frankly, with my girl hair and my tash and my one tooth.
Aye, but where... but it's where all other cases...
T'other
T'other cases that no one else could... but it's where all t'other cases... no
One more time.
Can solve get sent, isn't it?
It is.
The I before t'other got me. Where the real stinkers get cracked.
I love the dramatic speech bubble there. They like spikes around the speech bubble to show just how dramatic it is. Oh, elderly man? I guess that's going to be me, isn't it? Or do you want to do elderly man?
Quite so. Constable Baker. That
sounds like a chicken.
Jan put you off. I'm sure you'll do very well there.
Scottish and so old. It's still you.
Remind me what actually I'm doing for this one?
It's your West Country.
It turned into a bit Welsh, though, didn't it?
It did.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Oh, boy, oh. Ha! You'll have to work very hard to prove yourself, Baker, considering your performance up to now. Oh, you're sweating.
Now, I know I did particularly badly in my...
Good. It's good to hear that these police officers are well qualified.
But that's just because I had a faulty the night before.
That's some bolty to actually... I'm really sorry. I can't do this exam. I had a large curry the night before. I'm sure you understand. I need to be excused. Who's that? That's you.
Ha ha ha. Don't worry, DC Baker. I put you with a very special inspector. He won't let you put a foot wrong. And there's not an officer in force who can match his powers of deduction.
Do you think this is going to be Layton?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Eh, really?
You back
I'm
on?
working with someone that good, eh?
Someone that good. They trust you that much.
Oh, yes. He's exceptional. In fact, I doubt there's a mystery he couldn't solve if he put his mind to it. That's grand.
So grand.
West Country. That's grand. I'll get cracking then and introduce myself straight away.
To be honest, I could say the same thing about your accent, to be honest. Who is it? Who is it? Don't keep us in suspense. Are you sure about this, Commissioner? He's so unstable, you could be putting her in danger.
You just have to have a little faith. For all his faults, I still believe in Alfendi Layton!
I believe in Alfendi Layton as well. Next scene. Saving. It's saving our progress. We've done well. We've reached a checkpoint. Wow!
Yeah.
High five! The Eiffel Tower! Okay, well, I'm glad that was difficulty 1. We didn't struggle that hard with that. I think we'll start this one anew. Don't need to reopen the old case. Dramatic music again. And here we are.
I'm dead sorry I'm late. I'm the new... Oh, where is everyone?
This music's really quite... quite loud.
Well, seeing as I've got the place to myself, I might as well have a practice.
You might as well.
The true culprit of this crime is you! Oh.
Okay, well, how kind of voice are we going to give him then? I guess I should do him if we're going to be into dialoguing a lot. Suave and sophisticated and...
Slightly creepy.
Slightly creepy, okay. Like, how about a... hello, how you... Too posh, or is that too old?
No.
He looks more like a young man, doesn't he? Hello.
He doesn't look like I imagined him to look like.
I don't think this is Professor Layton. I think this is the Layton Brothers. It's different characters.
Oh, sorry.
Hello, how are you? How about that?
Sounds good.
Hello. Here we go. An unlikely deduction, I must say.
Oh, no, I'm...
Who are you?
Lucy. I mean, Baker. Lucy Baker. I've just been assigned to this office.
Don't you mean orifice?
No, I'm certain it's an office.
Ah, yes. Well, I do seem to recall reading some memo about a new, assistant the other day.
That's me. Pleased to meet you. I don't think I caught your name.
Well, yes. Sorry. I haven't introduced myself yet, have I? I'm Alfendi Layton. Inspector Layton around here. But please don't feel obliged to stick to formalities when you address me.
Oh, well then. Seeing as you'll be showing me the ropes and whatnot.
Show me the ropes? Show me the ropes?
How about I call you Prof?
I'm not sure that's entirely... Oh, I've just taken on your voice there. That's not my voice, that's yours. I'm not sure that that's entirely appropriate, seeing as that's not actually my name. Certainly my father, who was an actual university professor, would not approve.
Well, you did say there's no need to stick to formalities, didn't you? Prof it is then.
Wow, you really are a truly useless assistant. You failed in giving me a name. Just bear in mind that I haven't yet decided if this will be a permanent position for you or not.
Eh?
A rather interesting new case has just cropped up as it happens. The perfect opportunity for you to prove yourself.
And that's how I got started working with the Prof.
It's not my name.
Yeah, there's the Prof. The first case were at a hotel in a popular seaside town. A young lass were killed on the balcony of her room.
On top balcony?
On the balcony. I'm not good at that, am I?
Oh.
There were 3 suspects.
I think the middle one did it.
I thought a lot of them were dead sus, to be honest.
Dead sus, you say?
But the Prof somehow seemed to know who'd done it from the start.
Spoilers?
And that's the key to solving the whole thing were in that sandwich.
File number 001, the hand sandwich.
The ham sandwich.
Saving, we did it. Let me talk you through the case. It happened just a very few days ago at a hotel in a busy holiday resort.
I just said that.
But no, but you're flashbacking on me telling you this, which we did afterwards, because this is now not a flashback, this is
Wow,
live.
This is going to be a long game.
No, just think about timey-wimey stuff. You know, you tell us it in the future about the past, and then it happens in the present, which is then what you're remembering when you give us the
tell me
flashback.
all over again.
Yes.
Got it. That's a swanky looking place.
Yes, it's a 5-star hotel with a wonderful sea view. Unfortunately, on this occasion, it was also the scene of murder. Murder!
Oh, a murder, eh?
Yes, murder. Yes. The victim was a woman by the name of Sandy Aldwych.
Sandy Aldwych, murdered while on holiday with lover. A well-off and well-to-do young woman whose immaculate appearance belied a checkered history with the opposite sex.
A checkered history?
With the opposite sex.
Checkered history?
Not a checkered history?
Well, no, it is a checkered history, but I'm wondering what that means.
Oh,
It's
I
like,
see.
she's... Do you think it means she's been around?
It might mean that she has some experience in that area.
Checkered.
Checkered experience in that area.
So we don't say, like, slut anymore or anything like that. What? I'm just saying, I'm just asking. Do we now say checkered?
Yes, that's what we say.
Checkered.
Yeah.
Well, though, she has stayed at the hotel alone on several prior occasions. This time, she was with her lover.
Which lover?
The checkered one. I'm sure she's been in, like, every Disney movie known to man. On the afternoon in question, Miss Aldwych contacted the room service to... I can't say Aldwych and sandwich in the same section,
Yeah,
in the same sentence. That's gonna mess with my head. Miss Aldwych contacted room service to order a sandwich. It was the bellboy, Mr. Zach Clarie, who brought the order to the room. He is the first suspect. At Miss Aldwich's request, he took it out to her on the terrace. After Clarie left the room, a man claiming to be Miss Aldwich's lover, that is Mr. T.
That is actually Mr. T.
From the A-Team. Well, that answers that question about who the murderer is. It couldn't have been Mr. T, because he's Mr. T. He's really cool. I ain't gonna murder no girl, I feel pitiful, all that kind of stuff. It's not him.
Claiming to be?
Yes. You see, this is where the whole thing gets a little complicated. You see, the man who stubborn turned up at the hotel that day stubbornly refused... It's Mr. T. It is Mr. T. He's doing, like, Snickers adverts or something. Stubbornly refuses to identify himself.
Sounds pretty guilty if you ask me.
Well, no one asked you. He let himself in using a key card that he'd sent him.
So, he never saw or spoke to the victim in the room, then?
If you believe his statement, yes, that's what he's saying.
I don't know. Withholding his identity, that's dead fishy.
Yes, anyway, let me tell you the rest. This supposed lover of Aldwych has put the "Please make up my room" sign on the door handle as he left. That brings us to the next suspect, a hotel cleaner who saw the sign and they went in to clean the room. Her name is Vera Waposkivi.
What's her name?
Vera Waposkivi. She started to clean the room as normal, enjoying the process greatly, as she always does. At some point, she noticed that the closed curtains back. No, I got that backwards. At some point, she drew the closed curtains back and noticed Aldwych was outside on the terrace. Seeing her slumped over the table, it seems Waposkivi thought that Aldwych had just fallen asleep, but sadly, that was not the case. She had been strangled to death. To death.
I seem to be enjoying this.
Death. She's got a hand at that. Well, I guess that's why it's called the hand sandwich. Do you think that's supposed to be a pun on ham sandwich?
I really do, yeah.
It's not a good pun. And she lay there with one hand inside the sandwich she'd ordered.
A hand sandwich?
Yes, Aldwich's hand was sandwiched between the two slices of bread, along with the other fillings.
Whatever could that mean?
Well, it means technically it was a hand and lettuce sandwich.
And I think some egg in there too.
And,
It's a hand, lettuce, egg, and bacon sandwich.
so what is that? That's an HLT, I think. Well, if you manage to work that out, you'll pass my test, and you could be my assistant.
Oh, well, I'll do my best.
You see, you do. Good. Right, well, let's see what we have on the suspects so far.
Okay, I'm all ears.
And hats. As I've said, let me recap.
So we're at a hotel.
Yep, it's a hotel. It's a very lovely hotel. Someone's dead. Ham sandwich. Ha! As I've said, we're looking at three possible suspects. Firstly, the mystery man who claims to be the victim's lover.
Suspect. Query. Male. No ID but claims to be victim's lover. A man present at the hotel on the day of the murder. He says he's Aldrich's lover, but that remains to be proved. Rude, but well presented.
He also doesn't like planes.
And he pities the fool who wears his jewelry?
He does admit to have been in the room at around the time of the murder. However, he claims he never saw or spoke to her.
So, do you think she was somewhere else then?
Either that, or she was on the terrace and he simply didn't notice. It seems the curtains were closed when he came into the room. I've already confirmed that it's impossible to see anything out on the terrace with the curtains shut. I did some experiments earlier with curtains.
Still, you think he'd figure it out? I mean, you'd know, wouldn't you, if you were lovers?
I don't think that works. Hang on.
I don't.
My lover sense is tingling. I think she's on the terrace. That kind of thing.
And he won't tell us his name. Come on, do we really have to look any further? It was him.
Let's just move on to the next suspect, shall we? Before you make any kind of, rash judgments. So the bellboy, Zach Carrier, he's the one who brought the sandwich the victim had ordered to her room.
Suspect, 19, male, a bellboy at the hotel. An efficient and diligent worker, well trusted by his employers. In truth, he's a clean freak and a narcissist who spent hours in front of a mirror. And this Carrier fellow, he saw Aldrich when she was still alive, didn't he?
If you believe his statement, then yes, he is the last person to have seen the victim alive.
I'd say that's worth double checking then, eh?
I agree. And finally, the last suspect is the cleaner, Vera Whippokoskovi.
Suspect, 51, female, a cleaner at the hotel. Hotel cleaner and mother of 10. Also has a checkered history.
Considered by all who know her to be an absolute cock.
Absolute rock. Absolute rock.
I need my glasses.
However, she worries that her husband may have an affair while working away.
Do you think that's a clue? Like, could it be that the lady with a checkered past is having an affair with Vera Wickoposki's husband?
Maybe.
Or is it a red herring? Maybe the black dude, Mr. T, is Vera Wickoposki's husband. That's why I won't give his name.
Yeah.
Just giving theories, just saying. She saw the service request sign on the door and entered the room to clean it, then discovered the body.
The one who discovered the body, eh? Fishy.
No, it wasn't fishy, it was decomposing, not fish. It's like beef.
Well, that smells like fish.
And that's everyone who's under suspicion. Tap check files at the top right to peruse all of the files with info on the case that you've gleaned so far. The most intriguing thing about this case, of course, is why Aldrich Hand ended up in her sandwich.
Intriguing indeed.
I liked the way there I said, sandwich.
Sandwich.
Sandwich. Right.
Aye, that Sandy's a right brain teaser and no mistake.
Obviously, it couldn't have just happened by chance. It clearly has some meaning.
Okay, I follow you. I'll be sure to have a good look into that sandwich. I'll double check. There's definitely a hand. Definitely some.
You peer into that. So, now you have all the information. Who do you think the culprit is?
Just up at the top of my head, you mean? Hadn't I better take a good look at the crime scene and all that stuff first?
The crime scene's available for your inspection. It's just over there.
Over there? How do you mean?
We're in the crime scene right now. Just go out on the terrace. There's a lovely sandwich there waiting for you. Have a look. Great, that was worth another slide.
Crime scene reconstruction.
Oh, there's a time limit on this.
Bayek, Prof, what's this?
This is the reconstruction device. It faithfully reproduces the crime scene right down to the minutiae. It completely eliminates any need for me to battle my agoraphobia and leave the office and travel to the real scene of the crime.
I had no idea that modern policemen were so lazy.
Well, actually, you won't find a machine like this anywhere else. It's one of a kind. In fact, it's completely made up. It's a load of rubbish. So, shall we get down to the actual investigative business now? Or shall we repeat the things that we've said already to recap them one more time?
Let's not.
Okay. I'm expecting a visitor soon, so I'll limit you to 5 minutes. I think.
What? Just 5 minutes?
Don't worry, Lucy. I'm well aware it's hard for you to determine the culprit based on your current knowledge of the case. Why don't you tell me what your gut instinct is, first of all? Who do you feel like the criminal is? Listening to your hunches is a vital part of the process. After that, we'll start making some deductions.
Understood, Prof.
Tap and slide left or right across the screen to rotate the view. I thought he was going to ask us for our initial thoughts, but he hasn't. Tap and slide with 2 fingers if you want to move the viewpoint around. You can zoom in on particular points of interest by tapping areas inside the enclosed by the dotted line. When you're ready to say who you think committed the crime, tap, name the culprit in the top right. Well, I imagine the time limit's going to start in a minute, so before I click this, what are your thoughts?
Oh, I think you made a good point about the Mr. T guy could be having an affair and he is that lady's husband. So she could have killed her.
So there's a motive.
There's a motive.
Because there doesn't really seem to be any motive for the bellboy. Like, we don't know anything about. Well, maybe that's it. Maybe there is no motive, so it's him. But then that's a stupid thing. If policemen did that, you'd have loads of innocent people in jail. You have no reason to do this. That's so very suspicious.
But then they do always say, suspect the least suspected.
I thought they said, once you eliminate the improbable, impossible, whatever's left, no matter how improbable, must be the whatever. Must be the big fish. Oh, well, let's have a look then. Once the timer hits 0, you must stop investigating the crime scene and say who you think is guilty. Okay, here we go then. Use the menu at the top left to access your case files and various other options.
Start investigating!
This is pretty cool. Okay.
Well, it's got 3 distinct areas for us to zoom in on, so we ought to take a closer look at them.
Okay, well, first of all, here's our door. There's a white marker on everything you can examine. Tap the marker to enter any new info into evidence. Tap the marker. Once you've examined everything with the white marker, you'll see a tick on that area in the overall view. By sliding the camera marker at the bottom of the screen like left, you can see the view in and out. If you want to see an overview, I'll zoom again, zoom out. Okay.
Okay.
Zoom in. Okay, so different things come up here as we go in and out then. Okay, cool, right. Deck chair. A deck chair. Designed for lounging in the sunshine. It reclines and it's fully adjustable. That's important.
Good chair.
Can I move up and down? No, just in and out.
Should we have a look at those curtains?
Blackout curtain. Well, that would suggest that it was true that guy couldn't see onto the
Yes.
veranda that block out all daylight when closed. It's impossible to see into the terrace room from the room. French window. A large full-height window that offers an uninterrupted view of the coastline. It was unlocked at the time and has Aldwich's, Carriere's and Wipovsky's. Carriere, that's the bellboy, isn't it?
That's the bellboy. Why would his fingerprints be on the...
Oh, hang on, but didn't he bring the sandwich and then the lady said bring it to me on the...
Oh, okay.
But that would imply that that other guy didn't go through the door. Do we assume now that that's all we can see from this view?
I think so. We've done those 3 points.
Zoom in on the lady. And there's...
A
a receipt. Let's have a look at the receipt then. A copy of the receipt for sandwich and juice. It's signed Bosco Phelps, but the handwriting is Aldwich's. Aldwich is the victim, isn't it?
Yeah.
Bosco Phelps. Well, maybe she isn't whoever that person is then, or something like that. I don't know. Let's zoom out a bit. We've got 4 minutes left. It says 4 minutes, but every time you click on something, it freezes. Right, should we examine this suspicious sandwich then?
Not a single bite has been taken.
It's double fish. Double fish.
Fish.
I don't think I've ever had a fish sandwich.
I've certainly never had a double fish sandwich.
Tuna sandwich, that's a fish sandwich, I
Yeah,
guess.
that's true.
But you're not going to go...
Did you have a double tuna sandwich?
Double tuna sandwich. Corpse. The cause of death is a posterior strangulation. Posterior strangulation with a long, thin, strap-like object.
That means that she was strangled from behind.
Oh, I see. Oh, posterior, like the behind, yes. long, thin strap, like a belt. I wonder if we'll find a murder weapon somewhere. Table. Apparently it's made of wood.
Great.
Good.
That helps us.
Sturdy table. Fried fish. Now,
Why would you have double fish and fried?
That's suspicious.
Oh, originally part of the sandwich, but removed for some unknown reason.
Okay. Tropical fruit juice. A glass of juice made up from a bountiful assortment of tropical fruits. There's no indication that Aldrich drank any of it. Carrier's fingerprints are on the glass, which was the bellboy. So you'd expect his fingerprints to be on it. But then again, if she hasn't eaten any of the sandwich and she didn't drink anything, that implies to me that she never actually started eating.
Exactly, that she died very soon after it was all brought to her.
Or she was already dead when the bellboy came. Because if it was the Mr. T dude or the cleaner dude, then some of this would be eaten in some way, wouldn't it? I
reckon he did it. I reckon he put those things down and he strangled her.
And then put her hand in the sandwich.
And then put her hand in the sandwich.
Right, let's have a little look at the bush. Apparently it's a potted plant. A tie, the murder weapon. Let's examine the potted plant first. Apparently this gives the area something of a Mediterranean feel. It's in fairly good health, but some of the leaves are wiltering.
I'd suggest that tie is more
relevant to the case.
Oh, it's high quality tie. That bellboy, he looked in the mirror a lot.
Well, you wouldn't want to strangle someone with a low quality tie. What if it snapped? You'd be like, oh, I'm really sorry. Could you wait there?
I'm just going to get another.
I'm just going to go get another tie. It's crumpled and creased and showing signs of being pulled very tightly.
Like around somebody's neck?
Just like, posterior neck, really. It said something about 2 fingers. So that moves us around like that. Can you see any other zone? Oh, I can get behind the whole thing. I'm not sure I meant to have done that, but I did. It looks like those are the only areas of interest.
So what are your thoughts now? We've got 3 minutes to decide.
Well, she hasn't eaten anything.
No.
So I think she's either dead before the food even comes out, or it's the first guy. Because that would fit with the stories of the second and the third.
But her hand's in the sandwich and part of the sandwich is removed. So if she was already dead by the time the bellboy got up there, why did he put the drink down, put the sandwich down, put her hand in it, take a piece of fish out and place the sandwich bit back on top? And then...
I don't know. Unless there was something else in the sandwich. You know, like something she wanted with her hand. I don't know, maybe he was like, put your hand in the sandwich, and he was like, oh, why? And she thought it'd be funny, and then he closed her eyes, and then it's I don't know. Right, let's look at the case files. Is there anything we've missed? Well, you can check through the files you've accumulated on the case so far here. If you ever get stuck, my advice is to come over, go back over all the evidence you've gathered. Well, okay, so the evidence we've got is... If you ever reach a dead end, no hinting. No hinting,
rule of the day.
You'll get extra info about whatever you're currently looking at if you're lucky. Blackout curtains that block the deadlight. I mean, the fact it's blackout, I think, is backing up Mr. T's story. Mm-hmm. But he's clearly got a second role in this plot. Like, why was he going into a room? What was he putting in the bag? What was he doing?
And why won't he tell anyone who he is?
Large full-height window. Although they're emphasising window there, unless that's just the name of the object we're looking at. Unlocked at the time. Aldrich is the woman.
Yep.
Carrier is the bellboy, and we're posting. But that fits with her story because she went to open the window, didn't she? Potted plant. I don't think that's evidence. There's our murder weapon. High quality tie implies male.
And it implies man who likes being dressed well, i.e. the bellboy.
Yes. You're saying Mr. T doesn't dress well. Give me a dirty look. A deck chair designed for lounging, fascinating stuff. The dead of Sandwich out. I mean, her name is effectively Sandwich, isn't it? Sandwich. Yeah. Extremely full double fish sandwich. Covered in pickle juice, fillet of white wrist. Why would you take the hand out of the sandwich? I don't know. And again, it's only the bellboys.
Okay, here's what I think happened.
Yes.
I think that the bellboy brought her food and drink and set it down on the table.
Yes.
And she thought, goodness, there's 2 kinds of fish in this sandwich.
Yes.
No one needs 2 kinds of fish in the sandwich.
She took it out in disgust.
So she took the top layer of the sandwich off, took the fish out, put it on the table.
Yeah.
And then she put her... Oh no, she's already got her hand out. And then she went to take some lettuce out the sandwich as well.
Yes.
Or the other fish, because she just doesn't like fish
Yeah.
at all. And at that point, while she's got her hand on the sandwich, the bellboy strangled her.
For taking the fish out.
I haven't got a motive yet.
Okay.
But then he was like, crap, what do? Her hand's in the sandwich. But I don't want to lift her hand out, because if I do that, then my fingerprints will be on
her hand. So he just put the bit of bread back on. Bread back on. Yeah, that makes sense. What about this receipt?
It's signed Bosco Phelps with the hand.
Is that an anagram of something?
Ah, good thinking.
See, if the handwriting is Oldwich, then that would imply that maybe her name isn't Sandy Oldwich, or that's not an anagram, or doesn't go in reverse. Spelef, Spelf, Osbold. No, but that was quite a hidden clue. Wooden table, very sturdy.
Let's look at the Phelps thingy again, because...
Sorry, the Bosco Phelps thing?
Yeah, because Bosco Phelps is a weird name, isn't it?
Well, as opposed to Sandy Widge. So, for me, that's implying a dual identity again. You know, there's something about the names that's going on that's weird here, and also it's because you've got a checkered past. I mean, maybe this lady's having an affair with the bellboy and Mr. T, and oh hell, why not the cleaner too?
Yeah.
She's a hoe.
Checkered.
Right, statements. I went into the room. How could I have no idea? So how could I know the curtains were drawn shut? That we can corroborate. There was a strong smell of scent. Oh, well, I didn't really think about this bit. It was the aftershave that the bellboy passed in the corridor wears. Have you seen this before?
No.
I left the room and I plunged the "Please make up my room" sign as it was an absolute pigsty. That implies a fight. Absolute pigsty, or someone searched the room, or maybe he was searching the room. Mademoiselle Aldrich saw the room service. She wanted to eat on the terrace, took her food, the lady left the room. Oh, hang on, this is new information as well. Mademoiselle Aldrich and I spoke. She shared my passion for crime fiction, and we had a lively conversation on the topic. I only cleaned the room, that's all. The sign was on the door. All the doors lock automatically when they close, but I have a master key. Master key? Why is that in red? How did this guy get into the room?
What guy?
The victim's lover. He went into the room. How did he get into the room if he didn't have a master key, or it wasn't his room? But blah blah blah. She's dead. Rude. But look. Tie. He's going to tie.
He is wearing a tie. But is it a high quality tie?
I don't know. And the fact he's still wearing it possibly might imply that problem. This guy's a clean freak who spends hours in front of the mirror. She worries her husband may have an affair. She's dead and she's got a checkered history. Okay, I think it's time, Woo.
Okay.
We've looked at everything we can possibly look at. Let's name the culprit.
Who's your vote for?
So, let's hear who you think is the most suspicious. Tap the cards, slide the cards, and tap the one showing the person you think did it. I would go for the bellboy because of the stuff we've just discussed about the food's not been touched. The other stories would make sense if he did it. This strong smell of him implies maybe he was in there for a lot longer. Maybe he's having an affair with her. You know, maybe they slept together, stuff like that. You know, he's in the room for quite a long period of time. Not because if I walked into a room and gave you a sandwich, the room wouldn't then stink of me.
No. I agree.
So I reckon we go for him.
I agree. Zach Carriere.
I've got no idea about the hand sandwich bit though, unless there's some.
I told you that already.
Okay. Okay, I've ticked him, and I'm hitting okay.
Fingers crossed. Fingers
crossed. Go. I see. Well, what's your reasoning?
Well, he was the last person to see Oldwich alive, And if it were him, it would make the statements of the other two add up nicely.
Yes, that's true. Of course, you could say exactly the same about the other two suspects. Those facts alone aren't enough to prove anything.
No, I suppose not. Do you have a better idea then, Prof? Do you think you know who did it?
Oh, was that when we got it wrong? Oh, yes, certainly. According to my deductions, I'm... scratchy chin, power of the eyes, 97.6% sure of the killer's identity. I'm a clever chap.
You only work to one decimal place. I'm shocked.
The fact is, this is an unusually simple case. I've been able to ascertain almost exactly what happened on the day of the incident. Unless the lover came in and discovered her having an affair and accused her and killed her. Because he was wearing a tie.
He was, but why did she not eat any of the food?
Maybe he brought the food.
And why is her hand?
I don't know why her hand's in a sandwich. Nevertheless, there's a 2.4 window of uncertainty which cannot be ignored.
Because of the helpful fellow that won't tell us his name, is it?
And naturally, that's one area of uncertainty, yes.
So it were the nameless wonder after all, eh? There've been alarm bells ringing in my head ever since you said you were claiming to be the lass's boyfriend. Aye, this were a crime of passion.
Passion? I don't really know what that is. Let me come and stand next to you and rub your shoulder against mine. Ah! I don't want to do a racial stereotype voice on this. I think we could get in trouble. What? Who said anything about crime passion? What do you want to say? We can say fool. We can say the Mr. T.
It actually is.
Fool!
It's him, the killer.
Killer, you better not call me a lady killer.
Slander.
Are we controlling both characters here?
I don't know, I got a bit confused.
Can we just shout fool over and over again?
Ooh.
Fool! Sorry, Lucy, I may have neglected to tell you that I was interviewing this little chap earlier.
You neglect to tell me that small piece of information.
My bad, I was thinking about... I was combing my hair. Why?
You actually interviewed this bugger before.
Did I mention I was sleeping with the victim?
No, you didn't mention that either.
My bad.
You also forgot to tell me that you killed her yourself.
Would you like a sandwich?
No.
Hey! Now I'm happy! What's the big demon face on him?
I don't really know.
What's your problem with me, huh? What am I to what?
Well, Mr. Oh, that's right. We don't know your name. Who are you?
Oh, you get to choose a thing. Do the dialogue first.
Withholding information. That's what you've done wrong. You've done something you want to hide.
Oh, I don't know what that is. If you ain't got the brains to see why I'm doing this, I feel sorry for you. Oh, hang on. I pity the fool. So do I click one of these arrows, or do I just click on the top? Maybe those aren't actually options. Unless these are just the emotions. Now, let's all... Oh, God, my brain. Let's all remain calm, shall we? This is all conjecture. No one is making any accusations. Perhaps if you could explain why you feel the need to withhold your identity. Okay, sure. I refuse to tell you who I am, but I swear, I done nothing, absolutely nothing to break the law. I can't have my name printed in connection with this kind of thing. I got my business to think about. I see. So you run a business? Mr. Top, what's that all about? I'm not still... Do I drag this? Do I click this? Oh, I hit him with that. Hey, how about you? What's about you? And you're worried about the possible bad publicity if you reveal your identity. Is that right? What, do you think these are different options? No. You got in one, officer, and now I sweat. Look, I told you I knew everything I knew about what happened that day, where I was, who I saw. Until my lawyer turns up, I am not obliged to tell you anything more. I see. That's fine. We do understand. You're free to go then.
Hey, you're just going to let Waltz out of here?
Yes. We have another appointment now anyway. It's the smell. Now I'm shaving again. I don't know why it makes such fuss with me. Haven't you got the guy who did it right? Actually, we have yet to make a firm decision on that. What is this big pulsing skull thing? But I've got to go, right?
Just don't go too far. Not till we got all this mess sorted.
B.A. round. B.A. round? Like B.A. Barack? No, forget it. Okay. I won't try running, that's what you mean. Once my law's on hand, I'll answer all your questions.
Oh, he's so full of himself. I'm going to find someone out. You mark my words.
Well, first we have to another interview to conduct with someone else. I believe he's already waiting outside. Mr. Zach Carrier, isn't it?
Oui, that is my name. May I ask what all this is made of?
Well, as the last person to see the victim alive, we're hoping you'd be able to assist us in our inquiries.
Inquiries?
Inquiries? Yes. We're investigating the young woman's death, and we'd like you to fill in a few gaps for us, and maybe bring us a sandwich. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the first part of our little playthrough of the Layton Brothers Mystery Room. If you did, then please give the video a little like, and do subscribe if you want to make sure you see future episodes and tutorials and mod videos from the channel. Thanks so much for watching, take care, I'll see you soon, bye bye.